Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to deliver you a new review, and that is for a movie that came out last week that I saw yesterday, and it was awesome, I guess. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, the 5th installment of the Mission Impossible series, which is directed by Christopher McQuarrie. I got his name wrong the entire time. I don't know how it took me that long to notice I was pronouncing it wrong. I'm such an idiot. From a script written by him, from a story written by him and Drew Pearce, and stars Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, Ving Rhames, Jeremy Renner, Alec Baldwin, Sean Harris. And about this, it's involving like the Impossible, like the IMF being disbanded after they are accused of terrorist acts. And unfortunately, but Ethan suspects that there is an organization, a rogue one, called the Syndicate, which is basically an anti-IMF that is causing these catastrophes, and as a result, Luther, William Brandt, like William Brandt's played by Jeremy Renner, like Ving Rhames plays Luther, Benji, Simon Pegg, try to get together to help, along with the help of Rebecca Ferguson's, damn, I forgot her character's name. I gotta look it up. They try to take down this guy called Solomon Lane, the head of the Syndicate. And as a result, they say some twists and turns, and a few twists and turns, some great action sequences, and overall just a big heap of blockbuster fun. Now, I was really excited for this movie because I actually been enjoying a lot of the Mission Impossible movies. The first one, in my opinion, I have not seen two, so far the first one's my least favorite because the plot was just very confusing. It just wasn't that easy. Well, not too confusing, but it was just a little hard for me to follow it. Oh, I don't know. God damn it. But yeah, it was enjoyable, but it did have some issues. And I believe it's Faust, I guess that's what it is. But it is really entertaining. Okay, let me get to this point. I was excited for it, and actually, I do like 3, even though there are a bit of close-ups in there, and it has a few has a few issues with believability. Like realism. It's still an enjoyable film in my opinion. I liked it better because it had a much tighter structure and a much stronger villain. Probably still my favorite in this series with Phil Seymour Hoffman, though he is a great actor. What do you expect? Ghost Protocol. Ghost Protocol, I still can't decide between the Rogue Nation and Ghost Protocol as my favorite in the series because Ghost Protocol had a fantastic scene with him climbing, with Cruise climbing on the Burj Khalifa. I mean, that was such an incredible stunt work. Had some great action sequences, and marked an incredible debut for Brad Bird for a live action film. Because I mean, he did The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and long before those two, he actually did The Iron Giant. I forgot about that. Still haven't seen it. Hate on Me All You Want. I will watch it one day. But the only concerns I have with this film is how could McQuarrie do it as director? Because I mean, could this film be a bit of a problem? Now I know McQuarrie is a great writer. I mean, he won an Oscar for writing The Usual Suspects. I love that movie a lot. But it's kind of cool, and I like how they just keep getting new directors every film to make it feel fresh. And there's no denying that it feels fresh every time, and it works. And their styles, and to the ones I saw, their styles do fit. Yeah, even Brian De Palma with Mission Impossible, because there were still some very fun action sequences, but just the plot and the structure was a big issue, mostly because the script was not finished when shooting began. That's usually a problem, although Jaws did manage to overcome that. I was really surprised by that. Now, let's get to the movie. I have to say, could this be my favorite in the series? I don't know, it might be. I think I need to rewatch Ghost Protocol again if I really wanted to decide that. But this is a lot of fun. This is a big, huge blockbuster fun. The cast is great. I mean, you can't deny Tom Cruise. He's still awesome as Ethan Hunt. He does fantastic stunt work. I mean, that plane scene, holy shit. It was awesome. Simon Pegg is fantastic comic relief. I mean, he's not annoying. And he has that likability to him that even when you expect these moments to be a little forced, they don't come off as forced because he just delivers the laughs. I mean, there's times I was just losing and laughing in the theater sometimes. Also, same for Luther. Luther is also like a mentor to Ethan because they worked for a long time, and he's really and now, but he brings a lot of laughs as well. He's just a nice, likable presence, and it's just cool seeing him do stuff. And it's cool just being Luther. I mean, bringing laughs as well as helping out the team. Jeremy Renner's William Brent, like he was in Ghost Protocol, he was good there, and he does, of course, manage to show himself well here. I mean, it's been a good year, I guess, for Renner, because I mean, not only did his character Hawkeye get more fleshed out in the Avengers: Age of Ultron, but he also gets a good amount here. He's just really entertaining. He's fun, and also there are times where he delivers some humorous moments. Alec Baldwin's actually pretty cool. I mean, he's serious. He's serious, but also he's kind of awesome. What I mean is, like, he's a guy who's really serious. He's really good in the film, and he is good for the time he has on screen. He's not that big of a. He is part of it, but he's not that big of a presence. But and Rebecca Ferguson is actually it's just an absolute badass. She's freaking awesome. I mean, she is awesome in the movie. She just kicks so much ass, and she's just this awesome female heroine. But in my opinion, she's nothing compared to like a Furiosa. Why? To be honest, the appeal of some of these female action heroes, like Black Widow and Ilsa, I think that's how you pronounce it, Complo, is that they also have beauty. They're attractive. But for Furiosa, not even close. She is completely destroyed by the wasteland. Like she has little hair. She's covered in dirt. She looks like disgusting. She looks like there's no. They don't have any real water, so she's not really clean. And also, she is just not. She's also just really depressed, but she also is a sympathetic character because she tries to help the Wise escape. That's why I love her so much, because beauty is not an aspect to her appeal. Not even close. She just is an engaging female character that helps move the story along, and of course is a great central character. Yeah, I know it's called Mad Max Fury Road, but she was the main character. Though Max was good too. I mean, he had a lot of screen time as well. But one thing I can say but here's one thing: Rebecca Ferguson's still awesome. Now I'll get to Sean Harris later as the villain. There are a lot of fun action sequences. There are tons of great ones. The plane stunt is awesome. I mean, there's such great. Also, there's a lot of great tension. There's a lot of great suspense and tension. It's just so much fun. It is. I mean, like, there's great suspense, tension building. There are times where I was just like almost on the edge of my seat. I was just like getting chills on my spine. That's how effective the action sequences are, because there's a sense of vulnerability to Ethan. He's not a superhero. I mean, sure, that guy can do a lot of crazy, unbelievable shit, and his team can help. The team is also good at assisting him, but he's not a superhero. He can suffer sometimes. Like, I mean, you can see other things. I mean, like, like one time, like he was dead for a brief amount of time. Mission Impossible 3. I don't have. Oh, I mean, also there are times where where all their equipment are not always working. They have to do like sometimes their equipment would malfunction. Sometimes they couldn't work because some people were not able to work it. So knowing the fact that not everything is perfect involving their equipment also helps with tension, because I feel like, oh my god, what's going to happen next? Like, could this mission be a failure, or like we'll go out? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different ways. Cruise does a lot of great stunt work, and also this film probably has the best motorcycle chase ever caught on film. So well shot and edited. I mean, such great, beautiful cinematography, and it's just so nice to see. There's also a cool underwater, like this, like there's this scene where he has to jump into like this. He has to enter this security. Where, like, there's this area where there's security profiles, and he has to switch one out. It's underwater, and he has to hold it. He needs to supply himself for 3 minutes. Like, he has to have full oxygen, and he only has around 3 minutes. There are some shots. I was actually very tense, and I do like it has some very clever twists and turns also. I like some of the ideas they do. Like some of the ways, like how, like, I don't want to spoil all of it. I may have done some, and you may have seen some of them in trailers, but you haven't seen everything, I'll tell you that. It is it's just so well done action sequences. Also, there's a cool car chase. But also, this is who knows, this might be the funniest of the films. Simon Pegg and I mean, everyone is great comedic relief. Sometimes Jeremy Renner has a few moments. Simon Pegg is great. I mean, he's so funny. It's never forced. He just creates he's just so entertaining. He even has one good fight scene. I like that. I mean, he's just so much fun to just watch, you know? He just, you know, is really, really fun to sit through, because, I mean, like, he just brings the laughs. I mean, he just has that likability to him. He just has he just has the perfect delivery. He sells it. And I like that. Ving Rhames also is just enjoyable. I mean, like, you know, he's also a guy who just is entertaining as hell. I like that, you know? He's also good comedic relief at times. Jeremy Renner also does have his moments. But one thing I can say, in terms of a plot, it does have a solid structure. I mean, it's not fantastic as anyway, but it is a solid film. The story doesn't really seem that confusing. There are some surprising twists and turns that work very well, actually. I kind of liked how some of the ideas. There also were some cool weapons and gadgets, not only from the IMF, but also from some of the other people involved, like some of the enemies, especially from the Syndicate, like the minions of, you know, Solomon Lane. I think I may have spoiled that. I'm sorry, but whatever. It is a very well-paced, it's a mostly well-paced, very, very fun movie, and actually pretty funny. It's just a fun thrill ride. However, there are a few issues. You may say the pacing is a bit of a problem at times. Like, it can be a little slow at certain times. For me, it wasn't that bad. So in a way, I kind of almost felt that, but it was not really that much of a thing. It was mostly, I think the pacing was fine for the most part. I enjoyed it. Also had a cool intro. It was just nice hearing the Mission Impossible Rogue Nation theme again. Mission Impossible theme again. That's just another thing I wanted to comment about. But I think my biggest issue with this film is the villain. Now, from what I heard, like, villains are not the best part of the movies. And I guess I can support it because I never was a huge fan of the villain in Ghost Protocol. No, I don't remember Ghost Protocol a lot, but I'm not sure I really was a huge fan of him because I don't think he really had much of a character. In Mission Impossible, like, involving the twist involving, like, you know, Jim Phelps being the villain, it was just a bit confused. I don't know, like, the plot was already just a little bit of a mess that I couldn't really keep track. So, and also he wasn't that strong anyway. He wasn't really that strong villain anyway. Philip Seymour Hoffman, not the greatest of all of them, but he was my favorite because he at least had more of a character to him. He actually was not bad. And Philip Seymour Hoffman did a great job. Great job. Sean Harris, now he's not an awful villain. He does have this menacing presence, and he has a good amount of moments. But one thing I can say about him that I don't like is his voice. I don't know if this was the decision from McQuarrie or from Harris himself, or even the two of them decided to agree on it. It just didn't work for me at all. It just was a little bit silly. It just wasn't appealing. It just almost took me out. It kind of things like he had this menacing appearance, like with his facial expressions, but his voice kind of hurt it. And yeah, that's kind of sad. You know, this could have been my favorite in the series. Okay, I know I'm saying that, but I had to really watch Ghost Protocol again, because I saw it years ago, and I don't remember it that much. First, like 2 years ago or something. Actually, it was my first Mission Impossible film. Weird, huh? Anyways, though, the film really is not that big of a problem, because, I mean, he does have his moments. There are some great action sequences. It's a lot of good cinematography and editing. The cast is so much fun to watch. I mean, seriously, it's just overall just a great, it's just a fun time in the movies. And yeah, it was a great way to end July, actually. Because, I mean, you have basically this. We could have gotten a gift the same week, but instead we get it this week. But one thing I can say is I had so much fun with this film. It is a very, if you're a fan of Mission Impossible movies, you're going to enjoy this one. Who knows, maybe your favorite. And once again, it's just so much fun. Just go ahead and watch it. I give Mission Impossible Rogue Nation gets a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, my only issue is the villain. That could have given it a 5 out of 5 if it wasn't for the villain. But other than that, I had a lot of fun with it. Now, of course, we're getting Mission Impossible 6 out. Now, who do I think could direct this one? One guess that actually is pretty plausible. Bryan Singer. Why? Well, let's see. Bryan Singer worked with Christopher. Bryan Singer directed Christopher McQuarrie's script of The Usual Suspects. But if you and he also collaborated with, and McQuarrie and Bryan Singer also collaborated again for Valkyrie, which also starred Tom Cruise. I think also Cruise produced it. See, knowing the fact that Cruise did work alongside Bryan Singer, the guy who also can do action sequences. I mean, he did X-Men, X2, and Days of Future Past, he's doing Apocalypse. He was excited for that. I wonder it'd be kind of cool to see Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse. I'd like to see how he does with that role, because he's a very talented actor. He's great. Yeah, that's one guess. Are there any other guesses I have? Hey, it's actually what I'm kind of almost like. It's almost kind of a funny one, but it's not that bad because they did have a good debut with John Wick, David Leitch or something like that, and Chad Stahelski. I can't pronounce like David's last name. Comment below. But those guys made John Wick, and I absolutely love that. I mean, it was so much fun. It was such a fun movie, great action. That's a possibility. Now they haven't worked with Tom Cruise yet, but that is one possibility. Another one, well, I'm not sure, was Matthew Vaughn maybe? I don't know, it's just like I don't know, I mean, that guy can do action. I mean, this guy can really do action. And sure, he does R-rated films sometimes, but he also does PG-13. X-Men First Class, anybody? He can do PG-13 films, and those ones can also have good action. So, yeah. I can enjoy those. So that's one possibility, but I don't think he's had any sort of collaboration with Tom Cruise. So I don't know about that, but he could be. But in my opinion, he's a bit of a suggestion. Singer is probably like one that I really think is the most possible, is the biggest possibility, because I mean it makes it feel fresh every time, but I think that one could work for the best. Any other ones I have? Steven Spielberg. He's worked with Tom Cruise before. I mean, Minority Report. I didn't see it though. That's just another suggestion. I mean, you know me. I mean, that's another one. I mean, it may not be the biggest possibility, but it's one that is a possibility, well, in my opinion. Who knows, Tom Cruise may just direct one himself. Probably not. But, anyways guys, there are some possibilities. Comment below possibilities for the director of MI6. Like, comment below your choices, like your theory, like the directors that you think may direct it. And anyways guys, comment below, what did you think of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation? What is your favorite in the series so far? I'm still I gotta watch Ghost Protocol again, because I gotta decide between that one and this. Do you think are you excited for Mission Impossible 6? Comment below and subscribe to my channel for more videos.